So welcome you all for Tungal online classes. We are discussing the chapter thermal properties of matter, and we completed the concepts of thermal expansion of solids. So okay, now in this class we'll start the numericals based on thermal expansion of solids. So let us start exercise level 2. So question number 1. This is exercise 2A, not 2B. So in this question number, first one, the coefficient of cubical expansion of solid is 0.00027 degrees 5 centigrade. The temperature is measured on Fahrenheit scale. The numerical value of coefficient of linear expansion. So they given gamma value. What is gamma value given as 0. How many zeros? So 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros na. So 0.00027 per centigrade. Okay na? This is gamma value. Gamma value in which scale? So that is a scale in centigrade scale. They are asking us to calculate what is alpha value in which scale? So in Fahrenheit scale. First, what is the relation between gamma and alpha? We know the gamma value is equal to 3 into alpha. So alpha is equal to gamma divided by 3. Then alpha value is equal to gamma value 0.00027 divided by 3. So what will get alpha given by 1 more 0 extra, 0009. So this is the value in centigrade units. They are asking the alpha value in Fahrenheit scale. Study what is the relation between Fahrenheit scale and centigrade scale. So alpha value in Fahrenheit scale value will be equal to 5 divided by 9. 5 by 9 into alpha value in centigrade scale. That we know that. So we know the relation. Delta C divided by 5 will be equal to delta F divided by 9. So we know that coefficient of linear expansion inversely proportional to change in temperature. From this we can write delta C divided by delta F value. Okay, so delta F value will be equal to 5 by 9 into, this is alpha F value will be equal to 5 by 9 into alpha C. This relation we studied in synopsis also. Okay, then what I get alpha F is equal to 5 by 9 into, so alpha C value how much? 0.12345 zeros into 9. So 9 will go for 1 times. Then alpha F is 0.0000, so 5 per degree Fahrenheit. So this is the alpha. Alpha is the coefficient of linear expansion in this case Fahrenheit scale. So which option? That is second option. Question clear? So that is first one. Next one. Question number 3rd. So what is this question is? The ratio of the length of the two rods is 4:3, and the coefficient of cubical expansions are 2:3. Then the ratio of the linear expansion. So what they have given is, in this third question, two rods are there. The ratio of the length of the two rods. Can I call one rod length is L1, second rod length is L2. L1 by L2 value is 4 divided by 2. And the ratio of cubical expansion, gamma 1 by gamma 2, will be equal to how much given it as 2 divided by 3. They are asking us to calculate what is the ratio of their linear expansion. So what is delta L1 by delta L2 value is how much? They are telling that rising temperature is C. So whenever what is the formula for linear expansion? Delta L into alpha into delta T. Correct? So what will get the answer for delta L1 by delta L2 will be equal to, so L1 alpha 1. So alpha they given the rods are the ratio of the expansion when they read it to, so cubical expansion they given alpha 1 into delta T divided by L2 alpha 2 into delta T. Why written delta T means rising temperature value will be C. Therefore what I got answer L1 by L2 into which one? Alpha 1 divided by alpha. But alpha 1 alpha 2 not given. We need to calculate alpha 1 and alpha 2 by using gamma. So we know gamma value will be equal to gamma 1 by gamma 2 will be equal to 3 into alpha 1 by 3 into alpha 2. So 3 cancel, which is equal to how much? is the answer by alpha 1 by alpha 2 will be equal to 2 by 2. But it they given gamma value calculating alpha value. So then what will get answer? Tell me. Delta L1 by delta L2 will be equal to what is L1 by L2 value? 4 divided by 3 into alpha 1 by alpha 2 value will be 2 divided by 3. The answer is 1 by delta L1 is to delta L2 will be equal to, so 8 is to 9. Question clear? So what is the answer value? Is 8 is to 9. Okay na? So third option. Which option correct? Third option. Question second, when gamma given means how to calculate alpha. And in this question they also mentioned that so rising temperature value will be C. Okay na? This is the question number third. Next. So question number fifth one. So what is the question is? Y length is 60 centimeters. It is bent in the form of circle with a gap of 1 centimeter at one its end. On heating by 100 degrees, the length of the gap increases to 1.02 centimeters. What is the alpha value? Here printing not proper. What we want to calculate? Alpha of the material of the wire. One wire is there. The wire was bent in the form of circle by leaving some gap. Okay na? So what is the initial gap left? Can I call that gap name is x1? x1 value is 1 centimeter. So this is at what temperature? The wire of 60 centimeters bent in the form of circle gap. On heating by the wire is heated. Whenever the wire is heated, what happens? The wire will expand. Because of the increasing of expansion, what is the gap left? That is also increases. You don't think that the wire will come closer. So wire will expand in all directions. When it expands in all directions, so what happened to the gap left? So that is increases. What is the final gap left given by x2 value is 1.02 centimeter. That is the final gap. How much rise in temperature? So delta T value 100 degrees Celsius. Asking us to calculate what is alpha. Alpha definition, it is the ratio of change in dimension by initial dimension. What is dimension here? So that gap x2 minus x1 divided by x1 into delta T. So what will get alpha? x2 value is 1.02 minus 1 divided by 1 into 100. So what will get the answer given by? This is 0.02. Correct? 0.02 divided by 100. 100 will come to numerator. That is 10 power minus 2. So alpha value given by 2 into 10 power minus 4 units by centimeter per centigrade units or centimeter. Are you getting that? Y gap increase understood? The y will expand in all directions, not only here only. So because of the expansion in all directions, what is the gap? Initial gap is x1, the final gap is x2. Because of that reason, what happened to the gap left will be increased. Question clear? So this is the question number 5th one. Next one. So question number 7th one. So what is this question is? Temperature of thin uniform rod increases by delta T. That is not dt. So here I can write it as delta T. It is delta T. If the moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to length, so then perpendicular to length, I is the moment of inertia about an axis perpendicular to length, then the moment of inertia increases by how much volume? Question number 7, what they given is thin uniform rod is there. The moment of inertia of thin uniform rod about an axis passing through center perpendicular to length. So what is I formula given by? I is equal to m into L square divided by 12. In system of particles, rotation motion we study. The moment of inertia about an axis passing through center perpendicular to length. Here moment of inertia directly proportional to L square, square of the distance. So when I directly proportional to L square, I want to calculate what is the increase in the then moment of inertia increases by increase of moment of inertia. What is delta I by applying error power rule. If x is equal to a power n, if x is equal to a power n, what is delta x by x will become n into delta a divided by a. This rule name is called as power rule. In first chapter it will come to. Then delta I by I will become, so what I get 2 into delta L by L. 2 into delta L by L. Where delta L is the linear expansion. What is delta L value? L into alpha into delta T. So delta L by L, fractional increase in the length, will be given by alpha into delta T. Then what I will get answer for delta I by I? Delta I by I value will be equal to, in place of delta I by L, what can I write? So 2 into alpha into delta T. Right on? Therefore, what is delta I will be given by 2 into alpha into I into delta T. What is delta I? Delta I is called as increase in the moment of inertia. So all topics are interrelated with each other. If you want to do this chapter, question can be also based on moment of inertia. So moment, first I calculated moment of inertia. Then I come to know here mass is constant. Moment of inertia directly proportional to L square. I want to calculate increase in the moment of inertia. Delta I by L given by 2 into delta I by L by using the relation x is equal to a power m. Then delta x by x is equal to n into delta I by e. Then delta I by L. Then what will be delta x is equal to L into alpha into delta. Important question now. So this is the change in the moment of inertia whenever temperature is increases. Question understood? That is question number 7. Next, question number 9. So what is this question is, upon heating the length of a side of cube changes by 2%, how much volume will be changed? Simple question. So cube length, what is the formula for volume of a cube? V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, or volume can I write volume of a cube, or if it is a cube what is the volume of a cube? Volume of a sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So volume of a cube given by the formula L cube. So volume directly proportional to L cube. What will get delta V by V according to power rule? Delta V by V is equal to 3 into delta L by L. What is the percentage of change in the volume given by percentage of delta V by V is equal to 3 into percentage of delta L by L. They given that what is the percentage of change in length is 2%. Then what is the percentage of change in volume given by delta V by V is equal to 3 into 2. Correct? Which is equal to 6%. Here also what is the relation we are using? If x is equal to a power n, what is the formula for delta x by x is equal to n into delta a by e. Okay now? So this is the question number 9. Next one. So question number 11. So what is this question is? A brass disc at 0 degrees has a diameter of 50 centimeters and a hole of diameter 10 centimeters. For the brass, so this is alpha. Alpha, wherever alpha is there, it is looking like A. So alpha value given. When the disc is heated to 100 degrees, the diameter of the hole becomes. So this question also similar like previous question. So what they given is one brass disc is there. One disc is there. That disc having a hole. Okay na? The brass disc has a diameter of 50 centimeters. Hole of diameter. What is the diameter of the hole? Can I consider 10 centimeters. So alpha value for brass given. That is 18 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade or degree centigrade. Now rise in temperature given. Delta T value 100 degrees Celsius. Asking us to calculate what is the final diameter d2. So we know the formula. What is d2 is equal to final length. d2 is equal to d1 into 1 plus alpha into delta t. Correct? So we know the relation now. d2 minus d1 or L2 minus L1. L2 minus L1 value is equal to L1 into, so L1 into alpha From this L2 is equal to, so L1 common 1 plus alpha into delta. Here diameter only will play the role as length. In place of length, what are written? Diameter. D2 is equal to D1 into how much? 1 plus alpha into delta T. So D2 is equal to D1 value 10 into 1 plus alpha value 18 into 10 power of minus 6 into delta T given by 100. So what I get the answer for D2 is equal to 10 into, this is 1 plus 18 into 10 power of minus 4. So then what I get the answer for D2 is equal to 10 into how much? 1 plus, this is 0.0018. 10 power minus 4 is there na? So D2 value is equal to 10 into, this is 1.00, so 18. Correct? 1.0018. Multiply with 10. D2 is equal to 10.018 centimeters. So this is the final diameter. Understood? So this is question number 11. Next question. So question number 13. So what is the question number 13? Steel rod dimension given it as 4 into 4 centimeters square. It is tightly fixed between the two rigid supports, not allowed to expand. If it is heated through 2 degrees Celsius, what is the thermal stress? Thermal stress studied now. Whenever a wire is fixed between two rigid supports, if the wire is heated, so because of the rigid support, some thermal stress will develop. So what is the thermal stress value? Can I write the formula directly? So thermal stress developed value given by the Y into alpha into delta. If they ask thermal force, Y into A into alpha into delta. We derived this in synopsis. So Y into alpha into delta. Y value given as 20 into 10 power 10. This is alpha. Alpha value given as 18 into 10 power minus 6. What is the rise in temperature? Temperature rises by 2 degrees Celsius into 2. So then what I will get? 18 2s are 36, 36 2s are 72. 72 into 10 power, this is 10 power 11, 10 power of minus 6. So what I will get the answer? 10 power of plus 1. They asking answer in terms of 10 power 6. So can I multiply numerator denominator with 10? So then what I get the answer given by 7.2 into 10 power of 6. So which option? First option. Question clear? Thermal stress developed value will be equal to, here Young's modulus will write Y is equal to F longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain delta L by L. From this we will calculate delta L by L value is equal to F divided by A into Y. So delta L by L value will be prevented length by this rigid support. How much length increases due to temperature? That is given by delta L is equal to L into alpha into delta T. From this delta L by L value will be equal to, so alpha into delta T. This is the increase in the length due to temperature. This is the prevented length due to rigid support. By equating these two, we can calculate the thermal stress, which is given by Y into alpha into delta T. Understood? So this is the question number 13. Next, question number 15. So what is the question number 15 is, a metal tape gives the correct measurement at 15 degrees Celsius. So this is the question based on measuring tapes. It is used the correct reading at 15 degrees Celsius. It is used to measure a distance of 100 meters at 45 degrees. The error in the measurement is 15 gram. What is the length which is measured by using the meter scale that metal tape? 100 meters. Okay now? So what is the initial temperature? It is calibrated 15 degrees Celsius. At what temperature you are measuring the length? 45 degrees Celsius. What is alpha value given it as? So alpha value is how much? Is 12 into 10 power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. Then asking us to calculate what is the correct reading, true reading value, error value they ask. So what is the correction required? Correction or delta C. Delta C formula, so L into alpha into T2 minus C. Correct? Can you remember? So L value will be equal to 100 into alpha value 12 into 10 power of minus 6. T2 minus T1 value 45 minus 15. So what will get answer? 100 into, this is 12 into 10 power minus 6 into 30. So what will get the answer given by 12 3s are 36. So 36 into 10 power of minus 3, which is given by 36 mm. So how much difference will be there? That is of 36 mm. It is very smaller value. Why it is very smaller value means alpha value for the given metal T is very low. Due to that reason, the correction which is required is very small. So this is a question number 15. Next one. Question number 17. So what is the question is? And this question number 17. Piece of copper wire has a length 2 meters at 10 degrees Celsius. The length value at 100 degrees. Simple question. So what is the question number 17? Piece of copper initial length value 2 meters. At what temperature? 10 degrees Celsius. They are asking us to calculate what is the length value at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay na? So what is the alpha value given it as? 17 into 10 power of minus 6 centigrade inverse. What is the formula for final length when you know initial length? L2 is equal to L1 into 1 plus alpha into delta T. Correct? So L2 value is equal to L1 value here are 2 into 1 plus alpha value 17 into 10 power minus 6 into delta T, T2 minus T1, 100 minus 10. Correct? Then what I get? L2 is equal to 2 into. So what about here value? 1 plus 17 into 10 power minus 6 into 19. So what I get answer for L2? L2 is equal to, so 2 into, this is 1 plus. How much of 17 into 9 are? So 17 9 are, 63 7 9 are, 3 6. So 9 1s are 9, 9 plus 6 is 15. So what will get the answer? 153 into 10 power of minus 5. Correct? Why 10 power minus 5? Here 1 0 is there. So that's why 10 power minus 5. So what will get the answer? 2 into, this is 1 plus 10 power minus 5, 0.00153. So then what will get the answer? 2 into, this is 1.00153. So multiply this. 1.00153 into 2, which is given by 6, 10, and 2 ones are 2, that is of 3. Then the next is 0, 0, next to 2. So that is what is the answer I get? 2.00306 meters. Which option? Second option. So what is that? That is a final. Final length value given by 2.00306 meters. Are you getting up? So this is the question number 17. Next question. So question number 19. What is this question number 19? This is the question based on density. The density of a lead at 0 degrees Celsius. Question number 19. Can I call density at 0 degrees Celsius with D naught? So D naught value 11.34 gram by centimeter. They are asking us to calculate, this is the density at a temperature 0 degrees Celsius. T1 is equal to 0 degrees Celsius. T2 is equal to 100 degrees Celsius. They are asking us to calculate what is the density at 100 degrees. The coefficient of linear expansion given, alpha value 28 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade. So what is the equation which will represent the variation of density? dt is equal to d naught divided by 1 plus gamma into delta t. D naught divided by 1 plus gamma into this one delta t. But they not given gamma. Gamma formula, gamma is equal to 3 into alpha. So what I did, gamma is equal to 28 into 3 is, so 3 8s are 24, then 2 and 3 2s are 6, so 84 now. Gamma value will be equal to 28 into, so 10 power minus 6 into 3 is. So what is the value of gamma given by 8 3s are 24 and 8 2s are 6, so 6 plus 2, that is 84 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade. Then what will get the answer for dt? D naught value 11.34 divided by 1 plus gamma value how much? 84 into 10 power minus 6 into delta t value given by T2 minus T1, that is 100 minus 0. Correct? So dt value given by 11.34 by, this is 1 plus, can I multiply with 100? What I get? 84 into 10 power of minus 4. So dt value is equal to 11.34 divided by, how much I get? 1 plus 0.0084. So which is given by 11.34 divided by, how much I get? 1.0084. So then I will get the answer is given by, which is of 11.25 gram by centimeter. Obviously, actually for this problem, without doing all this numerical also, you can tell the answer directly, because we know whenever the temperature is increases, so what happened to the volume? Volume value increases. What happened to the density? Decreases. So at 0 degrees density 11.34, whereas the 100 degrees density will be less than the 11.34. Out of the given options, which is the less than 11.34? It is 11.2. Understood? So this is the question number 19th. Next, question number 21. Question number 21. So what is this question number 21? A brass metal bar corrected at 20 degrees Celsius. The length of the rod measured by it at 35 degrees is 50 centimeters. The true length of the rod at 35 degrees Celsius. What they given is a brass meter bar is corrected at 20 degrees Celsius. Okay now, what is the initial temperature? T1 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. What is the length which is measured by using that brass meter bar is 50 centimeters. So they are asking us to calculate what is the true length at what temperature? 35 degrees Celsius. Alpha of brass given it as 19 into, that is 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade. Printing mistake. This is 10 power minus 6. Okay na? Then what is the formula to calculate the true reading? True reading is given by what? So true reading value will be equal to, true reading is equal to L into, so 1 plus alpha into T2 minus T1. Okay na? Then what I will get? L value 50 into 1 plus alpha value 19 into 10 power minus 6 into T2 minus T1 value, so 35 minus 50. Correct? So then what I will get? The answer given by 50 into how much I will get? 1 plus 19 into 10 power minus 6 into, so this is of 20. Then what I will get? The answer given by 50 into 1 plus 19, 92 is 38, 38 into 10 power minus 1. So what I will get? The answer given by true reading is equal to 50 into how much? So 1 plus, that is 0.0003. So how much I will get? True reading value is equal to 50 into 1.0003. Then which is given by true reading value is equal to after multiplication you will get the answer. So answer will be of around 50 something only. Even here also you can tell the answer directly. So this is option 50.01 meters. Understood? So that is the true reading which can be measured. Question number 21. Next, question number 23rd. So what is this question number 23rd? Iron ring 1.20 meters in diameter is to be put in a wooden caught wheel. The diameter of the wheel is 10 centimeters greater, 1 centimeter greater than the ring. The temperature of the ring that must be raised before it. The temperature of the ring that must be raised before it has to slip on the wooden wheel. So question number 23rd. What they given is, they given one first one wooden wheel. They want to fix one iron ring into that wooden wheel. They want to fix one iron ring. So what is the iron ring diameter they given? What is the initial diameter of the ring? So D1 value given by 1.20 meters. Okay, that is the diameter of which one? Ring. Now what is the diameter of that wooden cart? It should be fixed in a wooden cart. So that wooden cart diameter is more. Compare with which one? That ring, iron ring diameter. In order to fix that which one? The wooden cart into the ring properly. First what we will do? We needed to heat that ring. Now what is the diameter of the cart? The diameter of the wheel 1 centimeter greater than the ring. 1 centimeter greater than the ring means 1.20 plus 1 centimeter is 1 into 10 power minus 2 meters, 0.0. So what is the final diameter given by? Which is given by 1.21 meters. This is final diameter. The initial diameter is this much, final diameter is this much. What is the initial temperature they given? What they are asking us to calculate? The temperature of the ring that must be raised. I want to calculate delta T value. And what is alpha given it as? 12 into 10 power of minus 6. Question understood? In order to expand the ring, how much temperature should be raised? What is the formula for alpha? Alpha value is equal to, so that is D2 minus D1 divided by D1 into delta T. So delta T value is equal to D2 minus D1 divided by D1 into alpha. So delta T value, D2 value how much? 1.21 minus 1.20 divided by how much now? So 0.01, that is 1.21 only now, by D1 value 1.20 into alpha value, so 12 into 10 power of minus 6. What I get numerator given by, which is 0.01 by, so how much it is? 1.20 can write 1.2 into 12 into 10 power of minus 6. Can I remove one decimal here? So what I get? Delta T value is 0.1 divided by 12 to 144 into 10 power how much? Minus 6. Simplify this, you will get the answer is of 694.4 degrees Celsius. 1 by 144 you simplify, you get 694.4 degrees Celsius. Question understood? So outer one is of wheel, whereas the inner one is of which one? Circular ring, iron ring. That is of iron ring. In order to fix that ring into that wheel, first it should expand. Okay, now? So this is the question number 23rd. Next, question number 25th one. So that is a question based on simple pendulum. Yesterday we discussed loss or gain of time in case of the simple pendulum. So what is this question number 25th one? And this is the last question for this today class. So question number 25th one, what they are given is, so a clock with a bronze pendulum keeps the correct time at 20 degrees Celsius, but it loses What is the loss of time given? Delta T value. Delta T value 8.212 seconds. Time loss. Yesterday class we discussed. In case of simple pendulum, when time will be lost, when time will be gained. Whenever temperature increases, pendulum length value increases, it will make less number of vibrations. There is a loss of time. Whenever pendulum length value decreases, its time period value decreases, it will make more number of oscillations. Then it is gain of time. So what is the loss of time given as delta T? 8.212. So what is the initial temperature given as T1 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius and final temperature given as 30 degrees Celsius. So they are asking us to calculate what is alpha value. What is the formula for delta T? Yesterday class we studied. The time loss per day is given by 1/2 into alpha into delta T into 86,400. This is per day. So what is it? Alpha given by 2 into delta T divided by delta small t into 86,400. So what will it 2 into what is the loss of time? 8.212 divided by how much will get? So divided by delta T value rise in temperature which is 30 minus 20. Okay, into 86,400. So what will be the answer for alpha? Alpha value is equal to, so this is 2 into 8.212 divided by denominator value. So that is 10. You will get it now. Calculate as 864 into 10 power. So 864 into 10 power plus 10. Okay now. So then what will get alpha value? 2 take. So 2 4s are, 2 3s are, 2 2s are. So alpha value will be given by calculated as so 821.2 into 10 power. How much I will get? So decimals how many are moving? Otherwise I will write it as so 8.212 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 432. Generated as 821.2 into moving the decimal to right. What I will get? 10 power of minus what I will get? How many decimals we are moving? Correct? 30 minus 20 10. So 86,400. That I written it as 864. 10 power 3. So by 10 power minus 6 by 430. 10 power what minus 6. Only 2 decimals na minus 1. This 432 will go nearly close to 2 times. But it is not exactly 2 times. That is 1.9 into 10 power of minus 1. Which can be written as 19 into 10 power minus 6 per degree centigrade. Question understood? So that is the value of which one? Coefficient of linear expansion. Even this topic also very important. Loss or gain of time in case of simple pendulum due to change in temperature. Understood? So this is the question number 25. And that's it for today class. We completed level 2 of this thermal properties of solids. Then in the next class, we will see the questions of this topic level 2. Okay now? Thank you.